2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And tonight, two teams that love to get in transition. Shaq, talk about successfully running the break.
Well, I'm not a guard, but I have led the break before. And what you need to do, you got to keep your eyes ahead, have to see the whole floor. You got to be willing to make that extra pass, Ernie.
Wow. You talk like a guard. You were like a point guard up there.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, man. But don't force things. That's the other part. You know, just make the easy play. And if it's not there, slow it down. Set up your half-court offense, and then get it into the big guy if you have one.
But don't you want to get the crowd on its feet? Don't you want to make that play that gets the whole arena up?
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with us, basketball expert and former late-night comedy writer. A lot of people don't know this, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, as soon as I left, Kimmel's show took off, so I think I was the reason.
You built the foundation for it, let's be honest.
I was there for the early years.
You said it was a very influential time in your life, a very good thing for you to do.
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I learned how to not get my jokes out in the air, and I learned a lot about humility.
The Pacers will play just this one game on the road before returning back to Indiana. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introduction, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match, DA. Thanks. Hey, Bill, watching the evolution of the Sixers team, you know, they've talked about the process. That was how they kind of labeled what they're doing right now, what they have done to get to this point.
The Celtics, I think if you were talking about the process, the Celtics did a better version of it. They built arguably a better base of young players. The biggest thing with Philly was that the Joel Embiid draft was where they got lucky because he was going to be the first pick of that draft. He got hurt in a workout maybe 5 or 6 weeks before the draft, falls to 3. And if that doesn't happen, they don't have the Embiid-Simmons combo. Instead, they have Andrew Wiggins, and we're not deifying Sam Hinkie.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Pacers. Bogdanovich outside at the 3 with Young down at power forward. Call out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's Turner in at the 5 down low.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
AI outside. The pass to Oladipo. Simmons gets a hand on it, and they get it back. Redick against Oladipo. Inside, Fultz. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
AI kicks to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Turner. It's AI on the wing. Guarded by Fultz. Clock at 4. Young trying to break free. AI, no good.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Simmons. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
AI kicks to Turner. Oladipo outside. It's AI on the wing. Guarded by Fultz. At the elbow, it's Turner. Shoots over Embiid. Shot's good by Turner.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids love
move
it.
with the
They
times.
cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
Paul, no good on the free throw.
Well, this guy was a big-time recruit in high school, and things didn't work out immediately for AI. But here he was, willing to put in the work, adjust your perspective, and get where you want to be.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Oladipo dishes to Paul. Back to Oladipo. Shoots over Redick. Oladipo misses.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Here's Fultz. The Pacers pull it in. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Nothing wrong with aggression as long as you're smart about picking your spots. And let's see if they can be a bit more disciplined this evening.
Clock at 6. Turner with the screen. Oladipo, the pass to Paul. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Covington. Redick trying to get open. Covington's shot is off. Indiana trailing here. Here's Paul. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And a former G League standout, AI is definitely a special talent. One of the guys who's always working to improve his game.
The 76ers making a switch here. McConnell's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Paul with the steal. Throws up and finished off by Paul.
Boy, great anticipation by AI. Picks up the steal and kickstarts the break.
Now, here's McConnell, defended by Paul. Embiid the screen. And here's Covington from the arc. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Well, Robert Covington can defend, he can shoot. We know that. Some would say he's a very underrated factor for this team. Doesn't need the headlines, but always contributes.
Yeah, but he became one of those guys who everyone was saying he was underrated for so long, and now he's become a little overrated. It happens. He wasn't good in the playoffs. He hurt them in the Boston series.
Did not shoot.
His shooting went away.
His defense wasn't all that great. It's not as for the reputation that he has.
No, he just did not have a good playoff. So I would like to see him live up to the underrated reputation this year. But he's under a good contract, and he's young.
Has a great contract, doesn't he?
Yep.
Oladipo, left side. Indiana moving the ball around. And the shot goes down. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
And what I love about Oladipo, he does such a great job playing within the context of the offense. If you're open, he will find you.
Here's Embiid. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. The Pacers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Paul outside. Now Oladipo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That one, no good. Great D that time from Redick. Here's McConnell. Embiid with the screen on Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. AI kicks to Young. Turner with the screen. AI in the post. He's covered by McConnell. AI with the bucket.
What I like here, AI challenging the defense inside, working for high percentage shots.
It's stolen by Oladipo. And here we go. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to Brooklyn.
Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check. As Rasheed Wallace would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
And I think there has to be better communication. All 5 guys tied together, and what happened to them is what happens when you play lackluster defense.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Embiid. Saric comes in for Simmons. And Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Robert Covington.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Screen by Saric. Back to McConnell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. O'Quinn trying to free himself up, sinks the 15-footer. Nice play there from Paul.
Well, we talk about AI's proficiency off the dribble drive. That's a lot of hours in the gym, and that hard work paying off.
Charge, a screen on Paul. Holmes, and Holmes throws it down. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Paul kicks to Collison. Back to AI. Here's Sabonis. Another shot. Rebounded by Holmes. 76ers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Feeds it to Redick. Banked in off the glass. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead. You know, Bill, when you look at the players the Sixers have put together, they should be a perennial contender, it would seem, on paper for years to come.
But that's the thing about the NBA. You never know. Yeah. We've seen a lot of these teams that looked like they were the next potential dynasty, and within 2 years, they made a trade. Somebody got hurt. I mean, you talk about the 80s Rockets. You talk about the Magic in the 90s. They made the finals. Within 14 months, that whole team is gone. The OKC Thunder, 2012, Game 5, Miami. I took a picture of KD and Harden and Westbrook with their arms around each other. They never played together again. So I think the thing you learn over and over again with basketball, even Derrick Rose and the Bulls, every time you think there's the next young team that's coming, they still have to actually do it, and sometimes they don't.
Sharch with the screen for Redick. Here's Holmes, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Holmes got his second bucket of the game to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
AI passes to Collison. Back to AI.
That one misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. McConnell with it. Picked up by Collison. That's good from Chandler on the assist by McConnell. Chandler's got his first 2 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Collison. AI, the screen. Pass to Sabonis. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
McConnell kicks to Šarić. Over in the corner, Chandler. Screen by Šarić. Shot off the pick by Chandler, and the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Wow, AI attacking the rim with ferocity. Go ahead, sir.
54 seconds left to play in the first. Knocked loose. And Paul slams it in. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Redick for three. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 4 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Has been flawless.
Here's AI. 13 points in the game. Indiana moving it around. And it's Evans in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Back to Paul. Here's Sabonis. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Redick with the 3. The shot, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. On the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Ben Simmons comes in for Šarić. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now we've seen some top prospects forgo college, enter the G League straight out of high school. What do you think is the future of the G League, and do you like where it sits right now?
I do. I wish they spent more money on salaries.
I agree.
I wish they blew it out. I mean, I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA awesome league that's set up.
And they're bringing kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional basketball player. You see the situation we're in now with the one-and-done guys. They go to college. They show up in September. They're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is what, March 20th? And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They didn't even finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Down low, it's Young in Turner. Collison is out there with Paul, and it's Bogdanovich in a 3. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He had 49 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. Nobody could stop him. He completely took over the game. The same thing he'll be looking to do here tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
And the variety that Simmons offers is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
AI passes to Turner. Back to Paul. Embiid with the steal. Here's Simmons. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point 76ers lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And now here comes Simmons.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
And the 76ers making a change here. Holmes checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Sabonis, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Now, here's Sabonis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And even 3-on-3 break. No one near fault as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pacers trailed by 14. Domantas Sabonis, the son of the legendary Arvydas Sabonis. Bill, you saw Arvydas play. I was impressed with his game and called a lot of his games. When you think back to the time that the elder Sabonis was in the game, what do you remember?
Not much. I mean, we saw Sabonis at
the end
of his career, the equivalent of seeing like Dwayne Wade on the Miami last year or something. Sabonis in the 80s, by all accounts, was the most talented center, maybe other than Bill Walton, that we've seen for all-around centers. I still
That's
think,
quite a statement.
Yeah, I think Kareem, just for physical skills and the stuff he brought to the table, is still number one. The skyhook is the greatest shot of all time. But Sabonis was like, could shoot from the outside. He was a Bill Walton type passer, incredible rebounder, huge. Probably had the biggest head I've ever seen in person.
Huge.
It was just this big granite block of a head. And unfortunately, we didn't have League Pass back then. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't really have any way to see these guys. So you just kind of heard about the legend of Sabonis. Now you think about fast forward to 2018, Luka Doncic comes into the lottery, and we've all watched him. You go on YouTube, you can watch the EuroLeague finals on NBA TV.
Right.
And I have opinions on this guy. I had no opinions on Sabonis in the mid-'80s, just what people told me.
Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on. Go Celtics.
You can't root on these, Bill.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
Door is always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy. But I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA. Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Pacers trailed by 14. Paul dishes to Collison. Paul outside. Back to Collison. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And there's Fultz on the assist by Chandler. Chandler's got his 5th assist in this one. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking, Greg.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Miles Turner. Hall. Rebound by the 76ers. Holmes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he comes up with the deuce. 20 points for Ben Simmons.
And Simmons is totally comfortable near the rim, using his body well to get the shot he wants.
Paul outside. Here's Sabonis. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's Philadelphia with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half were really impressive.
Well, he made them pay down there. He uses his size and body well to score close to the bucket.
Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. And it's Fultz in at the 1. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. And straight isolation basketball, Doris, something we used to see a lot more of. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, that's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off, right? Because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
It's Oladipo on the wing. Paul, a screen on Redick. And Oladipo kicks to Young. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Paul. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The 76ers have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Pacers trail by 19. Paul passes to O'Quinn. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Picked by O'Quinn. Oladipo dishes to AI. Covington against Bogdanovich. Passes it to Fultz. He tries for 3. He can't get that one. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
I think you've got to love the thought process there. AI could have taken a shot earlier in the clock, but he decides to put it on the deck and get something better.
Embiid the screen. Fultz with the ball. Working on AI. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14. Pacers trailed by 19. Kicks it to Young. It's Oladipo on the wing. There's the pass to AI. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run. The top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. AI, number 1.
He's really showing what he can do. I mean, providing an impressive knack offensively for a first-year player. How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And the Pacers call time here. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall, but he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Sharks checked in for Ben Simmons.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's tipped. Here's Fultz. The rejection by Paul.
Well, AI tracks the play, times his move, get it out of here.
They grabbed their own miss. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Looking at the stats, he's gone 2 of 5 at the free throw line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. McDermott's checked in for Indiana. Well, a big strength of this Indiana team is how well they take care of their possessions.
They were right near the top of the league, Kevin, in terms of the fewest turnover committed. And this whole team, to me, seems to play with a level of calmness and good decision-making. And let's give Nate McMillan some credit for that.
And here's Covington from the arc. And Embiid throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Paul with the bucket.
We know this about Kyle O'Quinn. If you're open, the big man will connect with you.
Down low. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by McConnell. McConnell's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
AI kicks to McDermott. Doris, you were a point guard in your playing days. What qualities did you look for in a backcourt mate, someone to play off you?
Well, I would say they were similar to...
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Indiana shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And it's blocked.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
Chandler kicks to Šarić. Holmes, that's a screen. Out left to the wing. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Holmes got 6.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
It's stolen by Fultz. 4-on-3 break. Here's Šarić. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 11.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go. That's their philosophy.
AI kicks to Young. It's stolen by Fultz. Goes up and finished off by Fultz.
You gotta love just the attack mentality of Fultz. Always getting after it on D. Skilled at taking the ball away from the opposition.
AI outside. Pass to Young. The shot from the low post is good. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Don't you love how Thaddeus Young uses his length, gets shots over the contested defense?
Simmons with it. Got a piece of it. Fires from deep. Offline. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a huge 37. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Leaf. He's out there with Bogdanovich. Paul out there with Young. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. Paul passes to Bogdanovich. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Yep, it counts. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pacers. McConnell kicks to Muscala. Pass to Fultz. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Holmes has a screen. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Smith checked in for Fultz. Now, here's McConnell. D right on him. Shot clock at 6. Muscala misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
The Pacers making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Holiday. Paul against Smith. And O'Quinn sends it back.
Well, just such an active presence on the defensive end. Kyle O'Quinn, get that weak stuff out of here.
Pacers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. To the middle, Holmes with the steal. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in.